Okay, so let's just dive right in. Just when you thought you had the AI world all figured out, well, everything's changing. Again, a totally new wave of AI just landed, and it's coming from a different part of the world. And believe me, this represents a massive, fundamental shift in how we even think about artificial intelligence.
And that right there, that's the whole ballgame. We are moving so far beyond just simple conversations. We're talking about agents that can build you a website, analyze stocks for you, and yeah, even create entire 3D worlds all on their own. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? For the past couple of years, we've gotten super familiar with AI that chats with us. You know, it answers our questions, helps write an email, spits out ideas. But this new wave, it's completely different. It works for you. You give it a goal, and it just goes and does the work from start to finish.
Now, here's the kicker, the part that might surprise you. It's where this crazy innovation is coming from. 3 huge Chinese tech companies just dropped these AI agents that aren't just playing catch-up with the West. In some pretty important ways, they're actually starting to beat them at their own game.
So let's meet the main players in today's explainer. First up, you've got Hunuan from Tencent, which is this incredible creative powerhouse. Then there's Manus from a startup called Monica. This is the agent that just gets stuff done. And finally, we have Quen from Alibaba, a straight-up reasoning juggernaut that is absolutely topping the charts. Let's start with Tencent's Hunuan. And look, this is not just about creating a pretty picture. No, we're talking about generating entire complex 3D worlds from just a simple line of text. I mean, imagine typing a description of a sci-fi city and then actually being able to walk around in it. A huge reason for its power is this number right here, a 256,000 token context window. So what on earth does that mean? It means Hunyuan can process and remember a massive amount of information all at once, way more than most chatbots. Think of it like this. It's the difference between remembering a single sentence versus reading an entire book and recalling every detail in one go. This makes it so much more than a chatbot. I mean, besides building whole 3D worlds, it's got this unique hybrid reasoning system. You can toggle it to fast mode for quick, snappy answers, or you can switch it to a slow thinking mode for really deep, complex problems. But honestly, the most disruptive thing about it is that it's open source and free to use. That's a total game changer in a world of super expensive, closed-off models. And the demand is just undeniable. Its 3D models alone have been downloaded over 1.6 million times on Hugging Face. All right, so let's move on to our next agent, and you'll see how this builds on that idea of an AI that works for you. Meet Manus, built by a startup called Monica. This thing is the ultimate practical assistant, designed from the ground up to complete real-world tasks. And the reaction to this, it's been absolutely staggering. In just 1 week after it launched, over 2 million people signed up for the waitlist. That's not just casual interest, that's a massive signal that people are desperate for AI that gets out of the chat window and into the real world. So how does it actually do stuff? It's all through this core concept called the Manus computer. The best way to think about it is like a virtual computer that the AI just takes over completely on its own. You can literally watch in real time as it opens up websites, compares flight prices, and fills out forms, all to get the job done that you gave it. And the process is just beautifully simple. You give it a complex goal, something like, hey, research the top 5 competitors for my new coffee shop and build me a summary report with a market analysis chart. Manus just goes to work. It autonomously researches, acts, and builds that entire report. And what do you get at the end? The finished project. Done. All right, for our final act, let's talk about pure, raw intelligence. This is where Quen from Alibaba storms onto the scene. While the others are focused on creation and action, Quen is built to be a world-class reasoning and problem-solving engine. And listen, this isn't just some marketing fluff. We've got the hard data. On benchmarks like Live Code Bench, which tests how well an AI can actually code in real-world scenarios, Quen is outscoring both Google's Gemini and OpenAI's GPT-4. I mean, let that sink in. This is a huge deal. It shows these new models aren't just alternatives, they're becoming the leader. This kind of performance really forces us to ask a serious question. Could this be the smartest problem-solving AI available right now? When you're talking about complex math, logic, and coding, The evidence is getting pretty hard to ignore, and its ambitions are clearly global. This isn't just an English and Chinese model. No, Quen supports 119 languages, from Arabic to Vietnamese. It's making these powerful reasoning tools accessible to pretty much everyone on the planet. So what's the secret sauce here? How does it think? Well, it uses this really clever system called mixture of experts. Imagine having a team of 128 different specialists on standby. For any problem you give it, the AI instantly calls up the 8 best experts for that specific task. You combine that with that massive 256K context window and a very cool thinking mode that literally shows you its step-by-step logic. It's no wonder this thing is so popular, with over 300 million downloads worldwide.
Okay, so let's just step back for a second and look at what all of this really means. These 3 agents, they aren't just cool new products. They represent a fundamental change in the entire AI industry.
What we're seeing here is a completely different philosophy. For years, the main AI model, especially from Silicon Valley, has been the same: closed source, walled off, and really expensive. This new wave just throws that whole playbook out the window with a model that is overwhelmingly open source, affordable, and focused on actually being useful. So, at the end of the day, what does this mean for you? Well, if you're a business, it means access to incredibly powerful automation at a tiny fraction of the old cost. If you're a developer, it's the freedom to build amazing new apps without going broke on API fees. And for the rest of us, it means we're finally getting practical AI tools that are built to solve our real, everyday problems. This whole thing isn't slowing down. It's speeding up. We're watching the mass adoption of AI that actually works, and it's coming at us from all over the globe. So the question isn't if AI is going to change how we work and live. That's already happening. The real question is, are you going to be ready to be a part of it?